morning, guys. How's everyone doing today? Just make sure all my sound stuff is working correctly today. I feel like I missed we had a 3-minute breakout this morning, but we missed it. Methodical Man said he took it, so I was kind of like, man, knew I should have kind of paper handed it. It was right here. It was like, you wouldn't even never been in the red. It was almost perfect. You got a lot. You would have got long here at the 90, 90, 91, 90. I was scared off because we were going into the whole number and the also the opening. So we kind of paper handed that a little bit. Sadly, we paper handed it. So I don't know how long we're going to have to wait for at least another little 3-minute setup today. Or 5-minute. We'll take either or. Let's see. I want to say Apex is back to 80% off. I'm not sure. They having an Easter sale. Got to make sure I don't have any back feed because I had to mess up my settings yesterday. Nope, I don't hear any back feed. Java, how did your trading go yesterday? Did you have a fairly decent day trading yesterday? All right. Let's see where these accounts are. I haven't really made a lot on these accounts. I guess I forget you can't copy paste in their stuff for some reason. feel like we're kind of getting back to normal trading where it's not too crazy. Give me 1 minute, guys. I was trying to. Kind of the ES plan for the day. Let's bring over Trading View. I feel like we had some kind of have a nice little order block sitting here. So I hate that I didn't take this trade this morning. I mean, it offered freaking. It's probably gonna offer us almost 100 points. I paper handed it, unfortunately. This was like a little 3-minute setup this morning. So you had the third touch was the breakout. And that's okay. They shall be others. There'll be others. Oh, wait, I'm sorry. That was the 5 minutes there. The 3 minutes is right here. To me, I like the 3 minutes a little better because we were crossing the trauma line. So here's your trend line and here's your trauma. And you would have got long about 91, 92. And for anybody that knows when I trade, I struggle getting long around this area because I'm not a fan. The whole number here. All right, so we got like less than 1 minute before the market opens, guys. All right, market's open. So what we'll do is we'll try to at least wait for the first 15 minutes to get through, and that way it kind of give us a direction which way we're going to go. I mean, we even have a really big overall trend line going here. Like, sorry, I had a commercial playing in my background. I was trying to get that out. Oh, there it is. We could just get a nice trending day. I mean, look at this 3-minute trend here. Got all these levels back up there that we could run. Usually at this early morning time, that'll trap you. A lot of times I won't trade the first, say 30 minutes or so, because a lot of times that's where I end up messing up. And then I'll end up the rest of the day like trying to get that back. So sometimes it's just best to stay out of this. No hurries, guys. No hurries. We had a really good day of trading yesterday, so we don't want to ruin yesterday's profits with being stupid today. Yeah, 80s is definitely a pretty good target up there. Now, if we can get some kind of bear flag set up, bull flag set up, where it pulls back into the 9 and 21 EMA, then we could possibly look for a long out of there. Or even a pullback to the 900s here. I bet you hit the 50s. Nope, not quite. Didn't quite get to the 50s. Pretty deep pullback. What's up, Chris, Bella, Bell? How are you guys doing, Levi? Sorry if I'm not focused on the chat right now. We're just kind of watching charts and just kind of see what the price action's doing. It's a very low volatility this morning, which is kind of expected. We're kind of going into a holiday week, so you probably got a lot of people that's on vacation this week, a lot of people traveling. I need to figure out how to play music in the background on TikTok, but I don't know how to do that. I'll have to get that figured out. That way, when I'm not talking, you guys aren't just sitting here listening to quiet. So far, not the greatest price action starting out. Ah, come on. Yeah, the Bulls still look like they're in control. Wow, look at that fake out. To me, I feel like the safer of the do is to wait for our 15-minute candle to print. And you got about 7, 8 more minutes for that 3-minute candle. So if you're just joining us, that's what these white boxes that you kind of see with the white dotted lines. So it's basically the 5-minute and the 15-minute. you'll see a smaller box close on the 5-minute, and then you'll see the 15 minutes continues. Like that was a very trappy candle there, where it looks like we're about to get the breakout, then it just reverse from 20-40 point reversal. Those are the kind of candles that ruins your prop firm accounts. So more than likely what's going to happen, we're going to get just consolidate, then we'll get that breakout candle and you'll have to just kind of sit here and watch. Like I said, we had a really good day yesterday, so we're not just trying to ruin our previous day profits. Okay, so that was today's high. That was probably the London high there at the 19,040. So you should get the breakthrough this time. Then you should at least get a push up to the 60s, 70s up here. Kind of have an order block sitting there. All right, so this was a pretty nice looking move. So now we can possibly wait for that bear flag or bull flag setup and have a cleaner looking flag set up. All right, so you kind of see what I mean, how the boxes are in the time zones. So right now, this is going to sit at the top of your 15-minute candle, and this is going to be your 5-minute candle. This is your 5-minute close here. So more likely, you'll probably get something pulling back to your 5-minute here and find support here at the 40s. I want to say 80 was that next leg up. Let's see. Yeah, 1980, kind of have a wick there. So you should get some kind of resistance here at the 80s before us to move up to the whole number. What's up, Mr. Nobody? Is there anybody trading in the lobby, or is everybody just pretty much just watching and just kind of flipping through sliding? I can't think of the right name for that. Let's see if the 50 holds here. I like to see either the 50 or the 40 hold. All right, that 50 held like we were asking, saying. Had a little flag, get a couple more contracts off real quick. I mean, we need that 80 to hold. If that 80 can hold, we should get a nice little run. Oh, come on, 80. I'm just going to take my points in case it pulls back. I don't want to end completely empty on these runners because I can always re-enter with 1 or 2 micros. Yeah, so a little bit of 90 drama. All right, so now let's see if we can get the pullback to the 21 EMA. So that would have been your bull flag setup off the 9 EMA. You can see it. There's a swing right here. See, basically what that was a 5-minute retest. You can kind of see it. See how you got that swing here? I even put swings on there because Fish Lips brought that up yesterday. And so this was a retest of the 5 minutes. So kind of give you a little bit extra, like more likely we're going to move back up if the 5 minutes holds. Had a little bull flag, got long right in the 60s. I was hoping we could get more on those runners. I was hoping the breakout would continue, but that's okay. So that was for 120. So that's what that move paid. I'm thinking here we might have to get a 9 EMA pullback, but we'll have to, a 21 pullback, but we'll have to see what happens with this 5-minute candle. This is our 15-minute opening range here. So this is the print of the 15-minute candle if you're just watching 15-minute charts. Ooh. See, I don't know if we'll get a clean 21 pullback because of this 5-minute candle. So that's why you're getting that big bounce here off of those 40s. What's up, Jake? How are you doing this morning? David? What's up, Naza? Naza? I don't know if I'm saying your name correctly. Wow, look at that nice rip. I was hoping to get a little bit deeper here. I would like to have seen it get down to the 21 EMA here. Man, that was a nice 40-point rip. Just didn't get the deeper pullback like we were hoping. Now it looks like we're in a consolidation area here. You can kind of see we got a little idiot box forming here. We got about what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This candle prints, it'll be 9 candles within this little box. I think it's going to take us a minute to get through 90 and 80. If you kind of look to the left over here, you have these two levels here. So I think it's going to take a little bit to get through this. And you can see that's where we're kind of stuck at right now. So I feel like if we can get above 19,100s, man, we could just go up another 200 points. Well, at least another 100 points fairly easier than what we're dealing with here. Hopefully that'll give us a nice trend and day. All right, here comes the 100. What's up, Charlie? How are you doing today? Like I said, we get through these hundreds, we should get a nice little move to the upside. Good morning, Joey. Java, did you take any trades yet this morning? Java, the trade of the morning actually happened pre-market, man. I had it marked out. I paper handed it. I told Methodical Man, and he took it and got 20 points. I was like, you son of a bee. So this was the trade of the morning right here. It's just it was pre-market. Oh, you took 2 trades already this morning? You probably had the right direction. It was the big was it the big candles that got you? That's kind of what I was talking about earlier, like where you're just having these big pullbacks on these wick candles. Like those are the crappy kind. It's like we're going up, but it's just these big pullbacks we're having on these big single candles. I didn't know if that's what got you, or were you in a short like? I didn't know if you had the right direction. Just a crazy pullback. That big drawback, yeah, that's kind of what I was saying when I saw that happen. I was like, man, these are prop firm killers here. When we had that big wick, it was this candle here, this right here. That was the when it looked like it was about to break out, and it didn't pull back 40 points. I don't know if that was the candle you were on because we had a couple of them right here. Yeah, that was very tempting on those. I can see that trying to get in long on those just because they were bouncing off the EMAs. I was hoping to get in on that 21 pullback, but we didn't quite get there. We bounced pretty much back off that 5-minute candle again. This is probably going. I was just say I was wondering if this is go up here too because we're in the macro time. You get that little 2 candle pullback on a very bullish morning. Wow. Might get another little 15-minute retest here. Oh, goodness. All right, so there's not really anything to do here, guys. We just kind of have to be patient and wait for like another, hopefully a setup. We did get the 15-minute pullback here, but it was fairly ugly. Right now, we're just kind of slow grind to the upside. Just not a lot to do here. Java, what size accounts are you trading with? I couldn't remember if you use the larger accounts or do you trade with smaller accounts like the 25Ks or the 50Ks? All right, guys. So right now we're just kind of in. This is the type of price action that I am not a huge fan of. So basically, this is the type price action this is. You'll get these random big moves. You'll chop sideways in a consolidation box, get the big move, consolidation box. To me, this is the hardest stuff for myself to trade. Just because what it is, you'll get the fake breakouts where it looks like we're about to break out, then it'll just pull back, stay in the box, and you'll be like one move or two moves too early. This is the kind of trading that I usually struggle with. So we're just going to try to be super patient this morning. All right. These are my day trade accounts and kind of just trading these very erotic, just whenever. We're not trading these a whole bunch. I'm just trying to keep. I want to probably trade on those accounts today. I don't know if we're going to trade any of their Apex accounts today, just because the price action is really not that great today. So, like I said, it's consolidation, move, consolidation, move, consolidation. So this is pretty much what it's like today. So we could possibly moving back to the downside. See, it's kind of how we're moving back in with inside this 15 minutes. So how we had a struggle just getting above this 15 minutes. So this means that we could have a sell back down. So what I like to see here is bounce off this 20, push back up, maybe hit this 9 EMA. Then if we get back below this this 20, then maybe look for a short. Let's see if he... Are we going to stay above the 15 minutes? Right now we're hitting the 9. The retest of the 20. If it don't break the 20 here, we'll shut this down. I was hoping maybe we get another little 50 touch here. Oh, never mind. Whew, that's kind of tricky. All right. That took a minute. That was kind of scary. It bounced right off the 50. Dang it. I was hoping we get a little bit more, maybe to the push down to the session mid here. We did get our 10 points off of that. Just kind of keep lowering our risk. I mean, I feel like we're moving to the downside since we can't break back above this 15-minute range. Trying to wait and see if we can get back above this 15-minute range. Let's see. Ooh, what does it want to do here? I mean, it looks like we want to continue down, but it's in a... Or is this just a big old bull flag? Let's see if we get it or not. Kind of see what I mean by some of these are like, this is what I was saying about, this is usually very tough trading for me. Whenever you have the moves, consolidation, move, consolidation, these are very tough to trade. Hmm. I mean, we're moving back above the 15-minute range. I just don't know if this is going to be a fake out or not. What's up, Noah, Jerry, Landscape? How are you guys doing today? There's the whole number. I mean, that is at the top of the range, the 15-minute range. Man, usually this is a fairly decent place to get long, but right now it's hard to tell. It's almost super fake outly right now. It just looks... Hmm. Come on. Be careful trading this, guys. This is definitely not good funding trading material here today. What's up, Josh Tanner? How are you doing? We may get wrecked on this one. We'll see. We'll keep our stop loss kind of tight here. We're right there at the bottom of that wick, so this could just come back and just rip our face off right here. Yep, looks like it's going to. Son of a bee. So that pretty much put us back to break even. So far, super really choppy. Like I said, no funded account trade on this mess right here, guys. I was hoping since we hit this 100 number that we'd get a nice little push down to the 50 here. We got equal high sitting here at 17s. All right, I kind of draw out, just tell you where I mean by this makes it so tough to trade. So this is kind of what we were. All right, so these are kind of the trade setups, what I was talking about. Consolidation, move, consolidation, move, consolidation, move, consolidation, probably move. So this is kind of what I mean by like I struggle with this type of trading here, just because I try to, usually you're looking for that certain kind of breakdown, but But like I said, this is usually what I struggle on. I would never take funded account trades on this personally, not for myself, just because I know what I struggle with, and this is what I struggle with. We're not having good follow through. So today might be one of those days where if you can, no, John, this is the NQ futures. Or actually, it's micros NQ. It's pretty much the same as the NQ, maybe like a point or two different. So that one loss there basically pretty much just puts us back down to break even. I don't know. I kind of have a short bias at the moment. I just feel like every move to the upside has just been just super crappy at the moment. So now we're back at the retest of the 15-minute range. See, I got kind of burned on this play a while ago when this is that short we were looking at a while ago, but we got burned on that one. If it ended up being just a no break even trade day, I guess I'll be okay with that too. But as right now, we might have to just wait till lunchtime till we get a little bit better on the setups. It's feeling like one of those no follow through today. So like none of the runners are probably going to work that out. Most of it's just trying to get you either your 5 or 10 points and be done with the trade. Oh, there's a little pop above the swing. We had a lot of equal highs sitting there too. See, this has even been tough trading off the 15-minute opening range. See how we have all the consolidation right here on top of the 15-minute candle. Most of the time, you don't usually get this. Most days are it breaks through, retest, and continue higher. Then, if it doesn't continue higher, once it sells back below the 15 minutes, we'll continue down. So. Wow, nice 40-minute trade right off the 15 minutes. But like I said, it's very hard to enter off that. There's just no really way to enter that. unless you just keep doing it over and over. We might be able to look for a bull flag here if we can get some kind of pullback. But like I said, most of these entries have been horrible today. We're kind of like 50-50. We had a winner, but then we took a loser and it took our profits back away. I mean, man, we done bounced off this 9 and 21 so many times. You would think we'd want to get some kind of like, get a little 50 touch here. There's the whole number. I definitely wouldn't want to short the whole number. You really want to see it hit the 90, then come back, hold the whole number, then push down. All right, so we did push the whole number. So this could possibly be our 50 touch. Hopefully it just doesn't go through with just straight boner candle to the downside. I have a very short leash on this one, guys. Don't want it back above the whole number. Back above the whole number, we close this trade down. Man, we'll get caught twice. Might get caught twice on this one, guys. Like I said, you don't want to reclaim this whole number here. Reclaim whole number, we close this trade down. Oh, okay. Had to shut it down. Whew, we done been caught twice trying to short back down to the 50. That has just not had work today. Super trappy. Super trappy. That's going to suck if it goes down now after it done basically stopped me out. Ah, what the heck? I don't even know what the heck that was. I didn't think we had any news today. Like I said, not really sure what this was. Too bad it had to happen after it stopped us out. Too bad we couldn't have been in that short while ago. Wow. Insane, guys. Insane. That sucks that we had to get stopped out. Then that thing just sells off 100 freaking points, man. So this is kind of what I've been talking about. Just, ugh. Yeah, that was an insane Java. I just hate that it had to happen after it stopped me out. Oh my goodness. My God. There's just nothing to do here, guys. There's nothing you really do with this when it sells off like this. Good morning, Hunter. How are you doing? Yeah, I'm not even sure what this was, Java. Not really sure what caused this. Man, we're all the way back at the opening range low today. Let's see if we're playing around this open range high, but they're also at the whole number. Yeah. I was hoping to get a little bit more out of that runner there. But we're kind of getting stopped at this Fibonacci 50% mark. Got a pivot sitting here at the 66. There's a lot here. You got the VWAP, the 200, and a pivot all on top of each other. So it kind of makes it a little bit more risky on the downsides, but man, it did create a nice little bear flag. See if we back above the whole number, we close it. So we could bounce here. So we're just going to go to break even. So because we could bounce right off of that pivot. We had 20 points to work with. So that was my idea of when taking this. We had 20 points with this pivot here. I mean, we're right on top of this pivot. All right, so it stopped me out. So we were at least able to get our first target. We just weren't able to get anything on this second one. It's probably going to go. That's what sucks. Once we break this pivot, you're probably going to get a nice little push down, at least to the 50. There comes your 50. Hit your 50, kind of like we were talking about. All right, should be the 50 bounce. Nicer trade if you were able to stay in it, if you were willing to risk a little bit more. I mean, we did, even though it was a push down, you did have a somewhat of a nice looking bear flag here. So this would have been your bear flag here, 3 candles. Then once it broke outside of this flag, just get short and shoot for 10 points. If you were able to risk a little bit more, I'm kind of nervous because of the choppiness that we've had this morning. So that's why we're kind of paper handing this. But if you're able to keep a good stop loss, like 10, 15 point stop loss, you would have definitely got a nice move here. I hate that we got stopped out on that freaking last trade up here. That's so annoying. Like, I could see us pushing down, but man, that stop loss got me. I just could not risk that much. I think it was this. Oh, it was this one. Yeah, that one. See, I thought we were going to get the breakout here. Was it down here? It was somewhere around in here. Then it came back and stopped me out. Or I closed it. It didn't stop me out just because I didn't want to keep risking. Now this could push back up to the whole number. Would like to see is like a push up to the whole number, then maybe a reverse off that. So we ran whatever crazy price action that was a while ago. I'm not sure about this one. No. I don't know if I'd take it on this 9. You really want to see a 19,000 touch here. I don't know. Like I said, not really sure about this one. You still want to see this pivot hold and still maybe get a little bit deeper pullback. I think if we can get a pullback back into this whole number would be the better of the, at least that's what I'd like to see. I won't make me have that feeling like we're going to get faked out. See, good deal. Good deal. Yeah, see, that was like a little fake out there. You had to be careful with that, especially leading into that pivot. So it did look like we did hit the whole number. So that's your 1900. So let's see if we can reverse off of this. Or 19,000. What's up, Roger? How are you doing today? Manuel, Sam? Java, did you try this last flag breakout here? All right, here comes your 20. Didn't know if we're going to lose this 90 here. 90 is kind of like my key level here. Usually if we push up to the 10s, pull back to the 90s, you don't, to go higher, you want to see the retest. If we're going to continue lower, you want to see us lose it. Nice. I'm glad you're able to get you get back one of your losers. One of your losers back. That's kind of how I felt while ago from this last one I took a loss up here on. Probably not going to be a big fan of the long unless we get above this session mid here. Ooh. All right, here's that session mid here at the 35s. Oh my goodness. That shit is crazy. So this is kind of like your 50% mark here at the 35s. You would think that we'd push up to this 50, then pull back a little bit here. I mean, this looks just like big, enormous bear flag here. There's just so much going on in this area, so it makes it really tough to take these. You would almost have to do away with all these levels because you got your 20, your 9, your 200, and your VWAP just kind of all on top of each other. If you're going to look for shorts, you kind of want to make sure you get through these 19,000s. Didn't quite push up to the 50. It's like it was a couple points short. What's up, Tim? All right, here comes your session mid. I think I'm gonna wait for a push above, and maybe we'll get some kind of retest into the session mid. I think that's probably the safer play. But see, this is kind of like the half of the what time is it? Okay, so our IBH is set, or an IBL and IBH is set. A lot of times we push to the bottom, we don't continue bottom. We always, most of the time, we go back up to the top if we can get above this level here. So that'll put us back over 50% of the move back to the upside. It looks like that was just another gap fill here. All right, so that was the 19,000s. All right, there comes the 19,000 level. Let's see if we can get through there. We've already bounced off it once, went back up, not quite the 50, but it is offering that 25 points for the bounces off of the whole number. Like I said, I think it's going to stay choppy in here until we get some kind of like trend going. Because right now, all of your EMAs are just kind of off. You got your 50, your 20, your 9, 200, and VWAP. So nothing's in like nice ranging order. So you'll get that like just crappy, choppy type movement. I mean, you would think if we get below this that we would be making another push down to the 50 here. If we can get back below this 19,000. So well, we're getting below the whole number. That's what I was saying. You would need to get below the whole number if you're considering shorts here. We'll see if this whole number holds. Another test of the whole number. Wow, man, it's so tempting to take this breakdown, but God, it's so ugly as far as like trying to find an entry in this stuff. Ooh, buddy, this thing is just wrecking people on both sides. The price action has just been horrible today, guys. Yesterday was definitely a lot better than today. There's just not really good follow through today, besides these dumps that we had. But everything else has been pretty tough. What I like to see here, if we want to like maybe consider a long, is wait for a push up, maybe above 50, then come back and retest this session mid here. All right, there's the 50. And this was even a bull flag if you had drawn it out. I didn't draw it out because I wouldn't even going to think of taking it. I was going to wait and see if we get some kind of retest here back to the 50s. Now we can see if this is a small red candle. Sometimes that's a very bullish move here. So if this little candle just prints red and then you see the next one just looked very bullish, sometimes that's a super bullish. This is actually a candle bullish setup sometimes. Not saying 100%, but it is a lot of the times. It just turned into a doji candle. So we didn't get the little red candle like we were hoping to get. Man, that was the 50 touch too. Wow. No idea what that is either. What the crap? This is the second crazy candle that we've had, guys. Man. Whew. I'm glad I didn't get long. I was trying to look for a long setup here above the session mid and 50 here, but goodness, I'm so glad it did not get long on that. I don't even know what that was. You definitely got to have your stop losses put in, guys. Be careful if you're trading with no stop loss, because that's what messes up your accounts big time there. I could get wrecked on this one too. This one only works if the 50% holds. If 35 doesn't hold, we'll close it. I was hoping we could maybe run this data wick down here, or whatever that wick was. Dude, I haven't got follow through on no candles today, guys. All right, we're going to go to break even if it's crap, well, close to it, even if it stops us out. Because we could bounce off this 1900. There we go. Didn't get anything on that last runner there. That was tough to stay in. I'm not going to lie. I like that we were back below this 50%, but man, it was very hesitating. It just was not good follow through. So, like I said, this is definitely a day you get your 10 points and get out. I'm going down to 3 micros now. Try to hold on to our profit. Still no setups. Oh, wait, that's. I'll see if there's any kind of setups with trend line breaks. We do have a trend line, but the only thing I'm not a big fan of it is the fact that we're heading into the close at what, 934s or 18,934s? Wait. Yeah. So that's kind of what we're looking at over here. So this really wouldn't be a very good ace setup because you want your trauma line to be kind of lined up with this. And see where you would need to get short. Let me see if I can pull my own short. I wonder if this wick, that wick was so nasty. Yeah, you got equal lows sitting there too. So definitely a good possibility of moving down. You got, looks almost like equal lows sent about the 934s. So today, guys, has definitely been a really, really tough trading day. This is one of these days where you just get jacked up in the middle of the week. You're one day a week that, you know, it's almost best you probably should have just stayed out of it. Usually whenever I have the tradings like this, I do strictly eval only. So yesterday they had some good setups for funded yesterday, but today has been a no for the funded accounts. The funded account was early this morning and I paper handed it, and so I didn't take any of the profit. So this was your setup here from this morning here. This nice 3-minute trend line. You got long around 91, and this is the one that basically went up freaking 160 points this morning. That was the funded account trade. So usually what happens whenever they happen that early pre-market, most of the time you got to wait till probably 12, 1 o'clock to wait for that next setup. I don't know if Trump's talking or something. I'm not really sure. I hear keep saying methodical man say something about Trump, so I don't know if he's speaking. That's what's causing all these crazy rips here. Because I mean, this went from what, 70? I mean, that was a 100-point candle with basically a 70-point wick. What's up, Patrick Butler? How are you doing today? All right, back above your 50% mark. To me, this looks more like a freaking bear flag. It's just a super tight, weird looking bear flag, but that's what it looks like to me because you're just kind of making. All right, let's see what happens at this 50 level here. Maybe we can finally get the breakout. I'd like to see a breakout, come back and retest. Man, I bet you Fish Lips is banging off of these 50s and 100s today. What's up, Fish Lips? I was just saying. I said, I bet you Fish Lips. I was just saying. I said, I bet you Fish Lips banging off these 100s and 50s today. These like this type of price actions just no follow through. We just keep banging off of the 50s and 100s. Or it's a 25-point day. It's where you want to just get your 25 points and get out. Good morning so far. Nice. I've still been just trying to pay attention to it. I see it bouncing, but I don't still understand like the correct time to enter off of them. It's going good so far, Eric. We're kind of 50-50. We're red in one of our evals and green in the other. I got caught. I had the right. I mean, I saw us getting short for us to move down. I just couldn't withstand the pullback. So we had a deeper pullback than I was withstanding. And it was right before this big move here, before we sold off. Yeah, so I missed this big move to the downside earlier. I got stopped out because I closed the trade because we hit that hold number again. And I just didn't want to hold it. So then hopefully no one was in this crazy candle here because I was close to it because I like the fact that we're above the 50. We're above this 50% mark. I was getting ready to draw maybe a little bear bull flag here, and I was waiting to see if we get some kind of breakout. But man, as soon as I drew that flag, this thing dumped 100 points. Yeah, there was two of those this morning. I mean, they're basically prop firm killers as far as your prop firm accounts go, especially if you're playing with the no stop loss. I mean, it definitely looks like we. So yeah, I'm not sure if it's. I thought I heard Methodical Man say it. I don't know if Trump is speaking, like maybe a briefing or something. I'm not sure. It has to be something happening with, with Congress or White House, or it has to be them releasing something to get, 100-point whips out of nowhere, then go back to normal. All right, we're back at the whole number of the 50. We're at the swing. We got a swing level here. See if this swing holds. This is just the. Now, I wouldn't take this. It's just me trying the 50 level here. Not a short, but the swing level. And this is also with 3 micros. If we lose this swing here, we'll probably close it. And this is just for 3 micros also, guys. So we're, oh, so it got us. So do you ever long the 50s on this fish lips? Like I said, I don't feel like I've gotten down the entries. I know you keep posting in the Discord, but I still been just kind of struggling on how you enter the entries. So right now you are long in the 50 up to the 100. Is that what you're saying? Fishlip's been toasting all of his results in Discord, and he's been doing fairly good on these 50 and 100 touches. But like I said, I'm still in the learning process on those. Okay, so 925 is your support level here. I got what you're saying, the quarter mark. on taxes. All right, we're back above the 50 again. That looks pretty bullish. Ah. Looks like we got a swing there at the 60s. Holy goodness. I'm gonna get caught in a second time. 35 is my line in the sand here. I bought an account to just originally try this out, but I should be trading it, not this eval on Apex. Okay. Oh, might have to shut this trade down. Like I said, 35 is my line in the sand here. All right. All right, so that's going to make us red on that account too. That's going to make us in the red, 159. All right. Lost to 25. Ooh, a little doji candle there. $19,000 is probably next. Yeah, if I continue trading this type of setup, we're probably going to have to do it over here on day trade. This way, we'll just do the one micro thing. Wow, this stuff's just wrecking today, guys. I don't even see how you even enter some of this stuff, fish lips. This stuff's like it's just wrecking people on both sides today. We're gonna have to go down to just one micro or something. Got a pretty good size order block sitting here between. This is right here is probably what's holding us up, fish lips. We got a big order block sitting here, so probably need to get above the 50s here. See if we can maybe print above the 50s, then maybe get something, or pull back down, touch the 19,000s, then move back up. Good morning, Danielle. How are you doing today? Oh, wow. Nice 25 points. My luck, if I tried to get long there, fish lips, this thing would have just went straight to the moon. Woo, look how bullish that looks. You think maybe that's the 50 to finally to the, well, we did print above it. I think Methodical Man said he was getting long two fish lips. You can blame Methodical Man on that one. Oh, never mind. I thought he got long. All right, this is just one micro. One micro. This is all this is. If it pulls back to 50, we may add. Oh, you said you got your stop loss way back at the 9. That's what you meant by the 9, right, Fish Lips? This is what you mean by... Okay. And I guess you can withstand that type of price action when you're just trading one micro. Yeah, just one micro. I got in a little bit late. I thought about clicking there at the 50, but I didn't. Get through those 70s, you should get a little pop here above the 70s. What time frame are you using, Fish Lips? Are you on the 15-second chart? Okay. Ooh, that 69's been a straight wall at the moment. All right, that was a slow grind there, Fish Lips. That was super slow. Like it was just a it was just a grind to get like 15 points. All right, so this next one is where you're going to short the 100, correct? Oh, okay. I get what you're saying. Like if it hits this and comes back and retests the 50 again. Okay. There's just not really a lot to do today. We figure since we have Fish Lips in here, we'll work on his strategy a little bit. He's been having really good success with it. And it's just trading super small. He's using 1 to 2 micros, trading the whole numbers. He's been posting results in the Discord if you guys want to just join in the Discord and check it out. Sorry about that. How are you doing today, Francisco? Have you had a fairly good trading day, or has it been, like I said, pretty choppy today? So that would be a nice 50 touch here if they can pull back to this freaking 50 EMA here, or 21 EMA. So if you did take the 50 again, would you still also have your stop loss all the way back up here at the 9? I mean, this has been some ugly, ugly price action, guys. This is that middle of the week that just kind of ruins your week, honestly. That's usually what happens with me whenever I try to trade this garbage. It just kind of messes your week up. Oh, 75 to 100. I got what you're saying. I looked at that wrong. If it pulls back to the 50, could you just add? Is that kind of what you do sometimes, or are you just playing this? Are you playing this swing here at the 60? Like I said, guys, if you're just joining us, I'm just in here trying like some of this one strategy that fish lips. So this is just one micro, guys. Like I said, one micro. Was your stop loss at 60 on this one? All right, there's your 20 bounce. Ooh, this thing's just ripping. All right, here comes the 50. Might get stopped out on this one, fish lips. All right, looks like we're probably going to get stopped out on this one. I think 35 is going to be my line in the sand here. I don't want to, and it looks like, we look pretty bearish on this candle. Yeah. All right, got stopped out on that one. So was your original stop loss up here at the 60 level, fish lips? Okay. Swing stops. So it pulled pretty much all the way back to the 25 hold number. We're pretty close to getting a 3-minute setup here. Didn't know if we get another push down to the 10s here, or 200 level. Yeah. We're definitely probably going to take this 3-minute breakout if it happens. For 20 points. The only thing that worries me on this one is our trauma line is back up here. And it's not as clean either. So, but I do like the fact that we have equal lows sitting down here at the 930s. Let's see if I can get on there. Let's see what it looks like on the 5-minute here. Man. 5-minute also has you getting long here too. I think I'm going to stick to the 3 minutes. It's about the same entry. The only thing that has me worried on this one would be your VWAP and stuff. It'll be below the VWAP, but your 200 moving average is fairly close to the 77. So that's the only thing that really has me worried about that trade there. This setup here is definitely not as clean as that one from this morning. The 75 is your fill gap area. $19,000 on deck. Yeah, I won't consider this unless we're below that 19,000. Like I said, this is still a fairly ugly setup. If I show you the one from this morning, this is kind of what it really needs to look like. This morning was a lot cleaner. To me, I feel like the one to the upside is definitely cleaner than the one to the downside. Right now we have a wedge. You can see it. It puts it on there kind of for you. But to me, the bottom one looks cleaner than the top one. I mean, the top one looks cleaner than the bottom. Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of what I'm hoping for here. Yeah, I know we got the VWAP here at the 94s. We're about to have a new candle print here. Like I said, it's very nasty in here. This is not very clean at all, guys, as far as breakouts go. I could see a nice little short from there. That's got the trauma sitting at the 22. Yeah, you got the it's just bouncing off that 21, 22 area on trauma. I still say the longs look a lot cleaner than the shorts. There's your 25 touch. Let's see what the 5-minute looks like here. Yeah. Like I said, I'm still a bigger fan of the ones to the upside than I am to the downside. The downsides just look super choppy. I'm not saying the downsides work. It just looks super choppy down through here. At the 90, definitely have a lot more room with this one to the upside you do to the downside. The middle of the 50%, then the 61 on Fibonacci. Whoo, it's like all the volume just kind of dried up, guys. I know, it's that thing just like, I feel like I'm in the Asian market at the moment. It's like nothing. It's just kind of like back and forth, doji candle, doji candle. Hopefully when we finally do get the move, whatever way we going, it's just not just complete sell-off. At least offers an entry here. We also have an order block sitting here too. To me, that would be perfect here if we can crest this trend line level to the upside around the 60s. Then the next top of this wick is sitting at 89. That way it gives us about 20 points to work with. I just feel like the one to the downside's a lot more noise to go through with the VWAP, the 200 moving average, and your opening range high, opening range low. So it's just a lot of crap to the downsides. Hopefully this is. I just feel like if I enter, I'm gonna get my face ripped off here. All right, we're kind of toying with that 19,000 again. All right. What sucks is it has us kind of getting short here at the VWAP. Here's the first VWAP touch. Like I said, the one to the downside's a lot more riskier, I feel like, with all that noise. I feel like you have a very small window to work with here. All right, we're about to get another 3-minute candle here. And to me, this just makes it even more noise on this breakout here. It's just a... I mean, basically you're shorting into consolidation. So it's definitely not no good a setup. This is definitely on the lower ends as far as setup goes. Oh, bounce right off. Not really sure why my whatchamacallit was on there. I think 19,000 is going to be my line in the sand here. Oh, you son of a bee. It already. Damn it. It already popped it. I didn't even have time to close it. All right, we're going to get stopped down. All right, so that was my one funded account trade today. Like I said, I knew it was going to be a ugly trade because of all this consolidation. Trap-a-did, trap, trap. Wow, that was just a straight rip up. What, like 70 points, guys. Oh my God, that's insane. Somehow it got on that noise tab. I don't know how to turn that off. I'll have to figure that out. Every time I hit the buy button, I didn't even know that was turned on. Because that stuff like screams my ear. Anytime I hit the buy button. So this is what I was talking about with that 3-minute breakout. See all the noise to the left of us. This is why I says this really wasn't a setup type deal. You wanted to see a little bit more cleaner bridges. So we'll definitely remember that moving forward, not just to probably just stay away from these setups. the consolidation box here. There's the 50. Oh, that thing hit the 50 and just... Dude, that thing hit 50 right on the nose. Still kind of touching that 50 level. See if we stay above this 50 here. Man, this thing is just whipping. I thought once we got above the 50 here, we would continue higher here without whipping above it. Man, that thing just whipped. All right, so we ran those previous wicks. I mean, we did get the long setup here on the 3 minute. Let's see if we pull back and retest. New 3-minute candle. So we didn't take this one just because of all the choppiness went in here. I would think we get a little push here to the 80, 83s. Might have to pull back and retest this trend line here. So we are getting the breakouts. They're just so freaking just so much. They're pretty much inside this chop here. Yeah, I'll take a look at them. Fish lips. There comes that 80 push. Guys, I don't think we're going to trade the lunch hour. I think we're going to call it right there. Where's my thing? Okay. So raise your stop loss. I haven't tried any more since that last one that we tried, fish lips. As far as the 50 and 100 goes. So we did have these little 3-minute breakouts, but like I said, this was not very clean at all. This was very, very ugly as far as breakout goes because you're inside this consolidation box. Moving forward, we'll definitely stay away from these because they're just chopping you up, basically, is all they're doing here. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today. We may be back later today. I have to get a lot of stuff done this evening because we're going out of town tomorrow. So more likely we won't even be streaming. I probably won't be able to stream until I get to Georgia. I can put my one charts over here. See, on the trading view, I mean, we had the trend line breakouts. I don't know if that would have been your spot, but like I said, it's so consolidation here. It's not very clean this morning. All right, guys. Thank you guys for watching today.